welcome to A Moment in Time with Taylor. Good morning. This is a pretty rare sighting of me in the morning hours. I am streaming this live on YouTube and Periscope, so thank you for being here. I do go live on Periscope every single day, 7 days a week for 3 hours a day. We're about to do some yoga to get together, focusing on gratitude. And I just wanted to kind of first tell you guys that I went to take a nap last night and I accidentally slept through the entire night. So that is why you didn't see me again last night. That wasn't part of the plan, but I am here now. So I'm going to make up the time right now and this morning. We're just going to pretend like it's still yesterday, and then I will do my normal 3 hours after this. Hi, Mike. Hey, Mello. Yes, gratitude. So gratitude is so powerful. It is really, it's like the amazing brain transformer. So when we focus on gratitude, we actually change the structure of our brain, and we start to look for things to be grateful for rather than things to be upset about or what went wrong, and looking for, I think if you're like me and you're kind of a perfectionist, you look for all the areas of opportunity for improvement. And sometimes you forget to just focus on what you have and let go of what you want, at least for moments throughout the day, and stay present in the current moment. So there's a couple ways that you can do this. One, I'm going to challenge you to start a gratitude journal. It's a 21-day challenge. You write down 3 things that you're grateful for every single day for 21 days straight. And the catch is that you can't repeat any of the items that you're grateful for. So if you say you're grateful for the sun one day, that's it. For the rest of the 21 days, you can't repeat sun as one of the things that you're grateful for, because it forces your brain to find new things to be grateful for. Otherwise, you could say the same 3 things every day, and then you're not really changing the structure of your brain. Another way to do this, and a way that can help you with your gratitude journal, is endings. So we've been working from this book. This is actually class 10 of 12 out of our positivity-themed yoga practice. And this one is based on gratitude, as based on this book, Positivity by Barbara Fredrickson. And her thing that she says about endings is that good endings include an appreciative summary, an honest acknowledgement of the goodness that transpired prior to leave-taking. When I face an ending, little or big, I take stock of what good has happened in that location. If I'm leaving a person or group, this ritual often inspires me to express my appreciation out loud. If I'm simply leaving a place, even if it's a hotel room on a work-related trip, I'll silently thank that place for supporting me and whatever insights or experiences that occurred there. You'd be surprised how many times each day you face endings. If departures become your cue to give thanks, this ritual will leave you afloat in gratitude each day. Mark, first comment to the broadcast over on Periscope. NGD, Matt. Hey, Matt was just hanging out with me in the private Periscope group, as was Rhodey, who I see down there. Hey, Rhodey, love you. Thank you. You like my intro? You want to see it again? It's also my outro, so don't panic. We're not leaving. Cancel. Okay. Oh, I love you too, Mello. I am from upstate New York, but I live near Philly now. Hey, Matthew. You're grateful for lots of things? Well, why don't you guys, as a practice right now, say 3 things that you're grateful for. Good morning, Katie. Hey, Sunshine. What's up? So 3 things that I'm grateful for today. I am grateful for the ability to take naps and sleep whenever my body needs it, because I work for myself from home. It is amazing. I'm grateful for Ed, my boyfriend, for being such a great parent and being a really strong figure in our household, for not only being a great disciplinarian of the kids and taking things seriously when they need to and nipping things in the bud, but also being a very positive person and, never over-disciplining or leaving discipline to last for too long or holding on to resentment or negativity. Just this morning, the kids they got disciplined for something, and they were being made to do some chores instead of play games, which they normally get to do. And then, at the end of it, he said, all right, This is a brand new day. Let's restart the day. Good morning. How are you? This is going to be a great day. You know, he totally flipped it. He was very serious, very stern, and then he was totally positive, and I just love that he can be both of those people for his children and for me and for our family. So I love him. I'm really grateful for him. And then the third thing I'm grateful for, I have to say, you guys, absolutely every single person who tunes in, who supports the channel, who says nice things, who comments, who watches, who listens, everyone who makes this dream that I feel like I'm living a reality every single day. So much, much thanks to you guys out there. Let's see what you guys had to say. I'm thankful for decent health, alcohol, and pretty girls. Good morning, Billy. The sun came up. Yep. Coffee and next juice. Thank you, Matt. That's very kind. And tacos. Nice. See, there you go. Mike added a fourth thing. And you can do that. Sometimes when you get into that mode where like, what am I grateful for? You're like this. Oh, and this. Oh, and also this. And this. And this. And that's totally the mindset that you want to have. You want to be going through your days looking for, what can I be grateful for? What good things happened today? Rather than the opposite. Even if you're irresponsible with your turtles. Exactly, Billy. You get it. All right, so let's get into the yoga here. Let's take some Ujjayi breathing. I'm going to do it here by the microphone, and then I'm going to go sit and do it on the mat. You'll hear it better while I'm closer to the microphone. Point it over at the mat, too. Okay, so this is a breath that sounds like ocean breathing. So it can take a little while for you to figure out how to do it. It's okay if you make some sound when you're first doing it, like some vocal sound, while you figure out how to make this happen. It's basically like you're exaggerating the sound of your breath by kind of adjusting the tightness of your throat. Oh, thank you, Billy, for the super hearts. Do you like my dancing banana? Hey, Ben. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Filling up the juice box into the tip jar. I love that. Appreciate that. Thank you guys so much. I am a super broadcaster, so I do get paid for the super hearts. All right, so this is what it sounds like. Sorry. Yeah, let me drink some water. I had my own little squeak there. A little dry from spring allergy time. All right. Imagine that sound of the ocean waves rolling in. You can close your eyes and imagine your breath is just like these waves washing over you, cleansing your mind, your soul, your body, bringing you here to the present moment. Thank you to Mike for the super hearts. Love you guys. So try that with me. And I'm grateful for having enough confidence and high enough self-esteem to come on here live with no makeup on at all, totally naked-faced, and feeling good and accepted and loved by you guys, even though I look like this. That's the noise your dog makes when she isn't happy. Yeah, it's almost like a silent... Chloe, thank you for the super hearts. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good to see you. Good morning. Actually, for Chloe, it's afternoon. She's all the way out in Scotland. Where are you guys watching from? Where in the world do we have tuning in today? I know we have Texas. We have a couple people from Texas here, both Mike and Matt. We have Arizona in the house. We got Scotland in the house. We got Mars in the house, since Rody always tells me he lives in Mars. Let's see. Billy, where in the world are you? I want to say Colorado, but that might not be right. HT, Elizabeth, Trippin, Mark, David, where are you guys from? All right. Thank you, Billy. All right, so here we go. Turn this way a little bit. Oh, other way. I always forget my camera's the opposite. Okay, there we go. Let's get to it. Let's take some Ujjayi breaths together. Actually, I'm going to bring my comments with me. Come on with me now, little phone. I won't have YouTube comments, but I will have Periscope comments down here. Okay. And as we go through each pose, thank the parts of your body that are associated with each posture. So as we sit, you can thank your butt. You can thank your spine for holding you upright. You can thank your head for lifting up high to the ceiling, protecting your brain. Connecticut, oh, well, I guess I got the CO part of it, huh? Mark's in Scotland too. Awesome. Awesome. We have London. Hey, life. Awesome, guys. Thanks for being here. Okay. So, make sure I didn't skip anything I wanted to say. All right. So, we're going to set our intention while we do this Ujjayi breath. In yoga, we call this our sankalpa. We set our sankalpa, our intention for our practice. You can stick with the theme of the class to increase your gratitude and to focus on gratitude as we move through the poses, or you can choose any other intention that you like. Closing the eyes, sitting up tall, doing your Ujjayi breath, that ocean breath. Some say that this sound also simulates the sound of the womb. When we were all infants and we were all carried in the womb, the sounds, the kind of muffled sound that we heard as we were developing in our mother's womb. Thanking the breath. Softening the muscles of the face. Last Ujjayi breath in and out. Letting go of the ocean breath. Let your breath be normal and notice how you feel after the Ujjayi breathing. Good morning, Hizo. I'm so far from the camera. Well, that's because when I stand up and put my arms up in the air when I'm doing yoga, you're going to want to be able to see everything that I'm doing so you can follow along. So someone asked, what is the thought behind thanking your body? Well, you thank each part for whatever it does for you. For your legs, for your ability to walk and stand and move if they're able to do so. For your heart, for your breath, for your lungs, for being able to not have to think about it and your heart keeps beating, your lungs keep breathing. That's really amazing. We can thank ourselves for that. We can thank our bodies and view our bodies in a different way. You know, thank our bodies, thank our skin for protecting us. So often we're critical of ourselves or insecure about something in our bodies, and instead we thank it. And maybe if we have pain, thank you for the pain so that I know that I'm alive, that I have sensation, that I can feel. Whereas some people are paralyzed and can't feel that area and would rather maybe feel pain than feel nothing, you know, and not being able to move that area. So being thankful that we have sensation and being thankful for pain, for it allows us, it notifies us. It's like a notification on our phone, right? Ding, a little bit of pain. Hey, you got something going on here. There's something that needs your attention. I'm trying to bring your attention there so that I can let you know something's not right in this area, so something needs to change, or maybe we need to go see a doctor or change our lifestyle in terms of eating or moving, something like that. So we can thank our bodies even for pain. All right, so we're going to take diamond pose here now, which is just kneeling. And before we get into any movements, remember, you don't have to do any of this at all. You can simply listen and watch. And if there's something that says, oh, you know, that looks like that would feel good, give it a try. If it doesn't feel good, just don't do it. We want this to feel good. We want this to be something that's healing and enjoyable for our bodies so that we want to come back and keep doing it. If there's something that's going to hurt you because you have maybe a history of an injury or a surgery, you don't want to do that. Maybe you have a condition where, you know, maybe you recently had a heart attack, you're not supposed to bring your arms up higher than shoulder height. So as I bring my arms up overhead, you can just bring your arms out to the side instead. instead of bringing them up. So always listen to whatever your doctor tells you not to do, your physical therapist, your chiropractor, whoever you're working with for your body. Listen to them first, because I'm speaking openly to the whole world, and every body is different, and that's awesome. Your uniqueness, your difference is what makes you so special and makes you stand out from the crowd of normalcy. So embrace that, and it's okay if there's some stuff that you want to do differently or you don't want to do at all. So we're going to do diamond pose if we want. Let's put it that way. I'm going to turn sideways so that you can see what it looks like. So you can have your feet down like this, the tops of your feet down, and sit back on your heels. You'll inhale your arms up overhead, interlacing all of the fingers except the pointer and the thumb. And this is called temple mudra. Try to keep your arms back by your ears, your biceps, and keep your shoulders down, away from the ears. Top of the head lifting tall. Engaging the core, your abdominal muscles to protect your low back. And let's find that Ujjayi breath again. Two more breaths. Relax your face. Good, and then you can relax the arms down. So you can also do this pose with your arms down by your side if you need to at any time. Anytime you feel like you need to release earlier than I say, you can do that too. Even if you do it just for a moment, just for a breath, there you go. You got your body moved into a different position. So you can also, like I said, if you don't lift your arms up, you can always hold it with the arms out to the sides. And when we hold our arms up or even out, it helps to strengthen the shoulders, which is really good because that helps to keep our shoulders healthy. They're a very important area of our body for movement. But be careful if you have history of dislocated shoulder, torn rotator cuff, something like that. Be very, very gentle and don't do anything that's going to exacerbate pain or potentially cause you to re-injure yourself. Some variations you can offer for your feet for next time or even now. So I was sitting like this. I had my heels just kind of poking up into my bottom. And if you don't want to do that, you can roll the heels out to the sides of your hips. So it's kind of like a cradle created by your feet for your bottom. And at any time if you need to, you can always come up and give your knees a little bit of a break and maybe come back down. You can also put like a pillow or a blanket on top of your feet and legs so that when you sit down, you're up a little bit higher. So it's not pulling on your knees as much if your knees are really tight. Exacerbate, such a good word. Yes. Yes. All right, so now we're going to do a variation of this with the feet. And you can switch the feet however you like. So if you want, you'll curl the toes under like this so my heels are up off of the ground. And then I sit back, same thing, towards the heels. Now, this is going to stretch the plantar side of your foot, the bottom side of your feet, and it might not feel good. So if it doesn't, you'll just come up and you can experiment with coming back down, stretching. You don't want to hurt yourself here, okay? So go really, really, really easy on yourself. And as we do this, we're going to do some neck stretches. So if you need to release the legs at any time, just do that. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, right ear towards right shoulder. Relaxing both shoulders down. Don't lift the right shoulder to meet it. It's okay if there's space. There probably will be. You're just opening up the left side of the neck. Inhale, center. And exhale, left ear towards left shoulder. Stretching the right side of the neck. Inhale, center. We can go ahead, release the feet. We'll come into our Sukhasan pose, and as we stretch our neck, thank the neck for supporting the head. The head is so heavy and the neck is so small. It's really impressive. There's actually over 30 muscles in your neck alone, and that's really amazing. It allows for an amazing range of motion, and also it protects your spinal cord and your vertebrae here, which are very important in the cervical spine, and even the brain stem that controls your heartbeat, your breathing, and all the involuntary kind of things in your body like digestion. So now take a deep breath in. Exhale, chin to the chest. Maybe thanking your brain. Inhale, center. This time we're going to tilt our chin up as much as we want. Maybe it's just a little bit of a stretch. A lot of times it's going to be very tight in the front of the neck and the chest, so you don't have to bring your head all the way back, okay? Especially if you don't have the muscles to bring your head back up safely. So just take your time and do your version of this. Bringing the head back center. Sometimes when I do that, I think I did it earlier, I do that a lot because we tend to carry our heads forward. So we tend to have our heads kind of forward like this because we're always down looking at our phones or typing on our computers or looking down at our kids, whatever it is. Very rarely, especially if you're a taller person, like if you're 6 feet tall, you tend to look down even when you talk to people. I'm a little lucky because I'm short, so I oftentimes am looking up to talk to people, which helps to maintain this important cervical curve in my neck. So I do this a lot to stretch my neck back and to massage my vertebrae in a different direction of my discs to give a little bit of relief to the front of my discs. Now, when I do that, sometimes I feel it pull on my spine so much that my sternum will crack. My chest actually will kind of pop and crack. And that happened this morning, so it probably won't happen today. And the same thing will happen sometimes when we open our arms out. You'll hear this kind of crack open as your body and your skeleton kind of aligns itself in a different position. But that's why we want to move slowly and mindfully so that we don't hurt ourselves, okay? So that it's not like a crack and then followed by pain, but just kind of an alignment like you might experience at a chiropractor. Okay, oh, and when I said Sukhasan, that's just easy cross-legged position. If your knees are up really high and you feel kind of hunchback, you can support your knees with blocks. I have those pink ones back there. You can get them on Amazon or on Dick's or wherever you like. Marshall's even has them sometimes, and that can support your knees to give you a little bit of a better posture. And you can also put a pillow or a blanket under your tush to support your lumbar curve in your low back. So your lumbar, your low back, and the back of your neck are supposed to curve inward, and then where your ribs are will have a natural kind of rounding there in your upper back because of the ribs, because of the shape of the ribs, okay? So that's normal, that's okay. We just don't want to be hunched in the neck and the low back especially. Yes, I'm a yoga teacher. I'm a certified Hatha yoga teacher. You look down when you talk to people, but not physically. Ah, that's funny. Well, I'm grateful for your funny jokes today. All right, so, and one more stretch of the neck. We want to rotate. So now we're focusing on rotating the spine. Keep your shoulders forward. Turn your head to the right. Bring your head center. And turn your head to the left. Keep your right shoulder back. And then come center. Excellent. Okay, so we got some neck stretches in there. We thanked our neck, our spine, our brain. Excellent. So now we're going to go into flowing side bends. Now this is one of the movements of the spine that we do in yoga that is not done typically in any other movement that you make in your day. If you work out, you might do this with some of your exercises or like dances, but if you don't, be very gentle with this because your side muscles here, your obliques, and the name of the muscles of your ribs is escaping me at the moment, but all of these muscles here in the side body often tend to be quite tight because we don't open sideways. Like typically if we reach for something, we might twist, we might hunch forward, sometimes we might reach up for things and kind of get a little bit of a back bend in and even twist, but very rarely if we're going to reach for something are we going like this. So these side muscles tend to be quite tight. So just take your time with it. Bring your right hand right outside of your hip. Look at your hip. Make sure your hand's not forward in front of you. Here, let me turn sideways so you can see this. My mat's getting all jumbled. All right. So you want your hand to be right next to your hip, okay? Not in front, closer to your knee, and not behind where you're causing your spine to twist. You want it to be right there, And if you're not sure, if you have a bigger area here, you're not really sure exactly where the hip is located, if you put your hands on your hips, that's where your hips are. It's like a bone that starts right up at the top of the hips, kind of low belly area, and also it'll be in alignment with your ribs. So wherever your ribs and hips are, it's kind of a line that goes down, and then hand comes down here. And that might be enough of a stretch for you. You know, you might be tight enough here, and I have kind of weirdly long arms, so my hand kind of just comes to the ground easily, or maybe I have a short torso, I don't know, but your arm might be a little shorter, or your torso is longer, so you might already be leaning to the side just to get your hand to the ground, so you might already feel the stretch, and that's enough for you. If you'd like, you can bring the arm up by the ear, try not to rip your shirt open, you can bring your arm up to deepen the stretch. And then if you like, if it feels okay, then you can go even deeper by walking the hand away from your body into a side stretch. If you're quite flexible, maybe you'll bring that elbow to the ground, but make sure you're keeping your left hip down. You don't want to have your left hip coming up off of the ground like this, okay? So keep the left hip down. Make sure you're staying open in the body. It's not about getting closer to the ground, so don't cross in front of your body and try to reach down like this. Instead, keep your rib rotating up to the sky. Nice long arm. And then we'll use our core to pull ourselves back up. You can push with the hand if you need to, a little more assistance. And we'll do the other side. Left hand now outside of the hip. Inhale, right arm up. And we'll go ahead and go to our comfort level. Don't go further than you need to. All you want to do is feel a little stretch and maybe find some garbage over to the side. Come back up. So you could feel that anywhere from the base of the shoulder, even into the armpits, all the way down to the hip muscles. And just notice. So don't beat yourself up. Don't judge yourself for being tight in these areas. It's not a bad thing. The best part of yoga is that it increases our awareness of our bodies and of ourselves. So you're just learning, where am I tight? You know, what feels good, what doesn't? What do I want to work on? What do I want to see happen here? And don't be so attached that it needs to happen right away. Be patient. Remember that no great pianist and no great, linguist just learns a new language overnight or learns how to play an instrument overnight. It takes time and it takes a lot of practice. So if you like this, incorporate yoga into your daily practice. It's gentle movements, okay? It's not as intense as a lot of other exercise routines, and it can be really, really good for increasing your range of motion in your body and your joints and lengthening your muscles, but it also helps to open up the muscles, especially around the ribs, and even around the diaphragm, so you can take deeper breaths so that you can breathe more easily. A lot of people find yoga helps them with sleeping more easily as well. So any of these benefits are really, really awesome. So now we're going to do those side bends again, but we're going to flow with the breath. So the flow is that we inhale up through center, lifting one arm, and we exhale to the side. As we inhale, that pulls us back center, switching the arms, and we exhale to the other side. Inhale, center. Exhale, reach. Inhale, center. Exhale, reach. You can take a break if you need to anytime. Maybe drink some water. Otherwise, flow like this as long as you like. I'm going to just check in with comments. You can keep flowing. Hey, Dennis. Dennis says when he does yoga, it's called awkward stretching. Adrian, yes, exactly. I can't see YouTube comments from down here. I can only see Periscope, so I had to get up to see that one. Stretching it out. Maybe you can find your Ujjayi breath here, your ocean breath. Thanking the ribs for protecting your lungs and heart. Thanking the abdominal muscles for allowing you to do this movement. Oh, serratus. Serratus muscles, that's the word I was looking for. After your next exhale to the left side, go ahead and come back center. Notice how your body feels. Find that Ujjayi breath. Good, and now we're gonna switch which leg's in front. So take note, look down, see what ankle is in front of which. So for me, it's my left ankle in front. Then we're gonna straighten our legs long. Maybe bounce the knees out, help to release it. And you can do this anytime, releasing the legs and coming back into the cross-legged position. We can roll our ankles 5 times in both directions. And then the other way. And you can windshield wiper your feet and legs. And this helps to kind of shake up all the way into the hips, where the femur head attaches into the hip bone. You're helping to kind of loosen up that area. Just loosen it up. And now bring the opposite leg in front. So now I have my right ankle in front of my left. And I'm going to take a deep breath in, arms up in the air. And I'm going to exhale as I fold forward over my legs. Doesn't matter how far forward you come, don't worry about it. Just feel where you feel this. Lead with your heart, bring your heart towards the ground, and then when you can't come any farther forward, then you can go ahead and release the head. Find your Ujjayi breath. Come back up to seated, maybe using the muscles of your back to pull you up. If you can't do that, just use your hands to walk you back up. You're going to bring your hands behind your hips now, pretty much right under your shoulders. Straighten your legs out. Get really strong through those hands. Get ready for a lift. You're going to press down into the arms, hug the shoulder blades back, and point the toes, lifting the hips for reverse plank. You can keep your chin towards your chest, or you can drop the head back. Find your Ujjayi breath. Good, lift the toes, lower the hips. Come back to a nice tall spine coming off of the hands. We'll cross our legs and do the challenge we did a couple of classes ago, where we try to stand up without using our hands or our knees. So we're using the feet and the leverage of the feet to go ahead and stand on up. And if you want to do the other practice where you practice sitting down, so you might want to cross the other leg in front and practice sitting down with control, and then back up, and then switch which legs in front, and back down, and back up. All right, so we're going to start standing. We're going to be in our Tadasana pose here, our mountain pose. Child's pose with legs slightly apart like this. I didn't teach child's pose just yet, but yeah, I like child's pose too. I'm not sure which pose you were thinking. Oh, you were thinking of the one where I was just folded over my legs? Okay, yeah. So feel into your feet. Maybe close the eyes. Express some gratitude now for the feet and for the legs. And we're going to do a flow, a warrior flow that I learned from Leslie Kaminoff, who was the anatomy, he wrote a yoga anatomy book that I used in my yoga teacher training. Really cool guy. Definitely doesn't mind challenging us. So this will be a little bit challenging for some of us. That's okay. It should be a little challenging for all of us. If it's not, you'll have to add in some longer holds or something like that. So I have my cheat sheet down here. I'm going to have to check it a couple times to make sure I remember the whole flow. But it starts with Warrior 1, right leg in front. I'm not going to go through and teach all of these poses really in depth because we've been doing them now for 10 classes together. If this is your first time, just go ahead and watch some of the replays because we've been doing them, especially on Periscope, we've done all of them. And on YouTube, we've done at least half of them as well. This is class 10. What was that? I think somebody's mowing the lawn. All right, so what you do is you inhale up into your Warrior 1. And then you exhale, lower your arms and straighten your front leg. Inhale, Warrior 1. Exhale, straighten the leg and lower the arms. Keep flowing like that. If you want an extra challenge, when you exhale, you'll actually reach down all the way to the ground and back up. Oh, I forgot, for the advanced version, you actually keep your knee bent as you come down. So you're not getting that break on the front leg where you straighten it. And you can do any variation of any of this. After your next exhale, you'll inhale, arms open wide. And then exhale to twist to one side. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the other side. Inhale, center. Keep that knee glued right over the ankle. If you need to straighten the leg at any time, you can. Thanking the spine. Thanking the muscles of the core. Noticing where you're feeling it. Noticing if you're coming a little bit deeper into the twists as you practice. Inhaling center, exhaling to twist. Don't forget to breathe. Don't hold that breath. And now you're going to keep your feet here and rotate into your warrior two. So it's a modified warrior two with warrior one legs. Looking over the right fingertips. Being grateful for the strength of our arms and our legs. Keep your legs there, come into your extended side angle. Oh yeah, and then we're flowing our arm in extended side angle. So as we inhale, we reach, as we inhale, we reach to the ceiling. And as we exhale, we reach back. Inhale up to the ceiling. Exhaling back. On your next inhale, come into triangle with that same modified back leg, the extra balance with the back leg in this angle. And do the same thing with the arm. Inhale, exhale, reach it back. Last one, inhale, exhale, and now we're going to rotate to frame the front foot. So you can turn your back foot forward more for Tadasana. You can use your blocks here if you like. Now we're going to step the front leg back as much as we need to come into our revolved side angle. You can lower your knee if it's easier for you. Step the back leg forward as much as you need to for revolved triangle pose. Come back to Tadasana. And then lastly, now that your leg's nice and tired, we're going to lift right up into our warrior three. my leg is not going for it today, but you can hold it for 5 breaths if you're able to. Wow, that was lovely, lovely. Whew, definitely felt it in my glute, outside of my right glute. Feels really good and strong. Not quite strong enough to do Warrior 3 after all that, but that's quite the flow. After your Warrior 3, come standing at the top of your mat in Tadasana. Mountain pose. What I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate my mat sideways so you can see another angle of what that looks like, and we're going to do left leg in front. Super hearts. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Adrian. All right, so let's move this up a bit. Cool. All right, so left leg is in front. Well, let's start in Tadasana. That's a little bit too far up. Okay. So from our strong mountain pose, remember, thank your legs while you're doing this. Thank your breath. Thank your shoulders, your arms, everything that carries us through these postures. Thank your spine. We're going to step the right leg back into our Warrior 1. Flowing. Either straightening the leg and lowering the arms on the exhales, or keeping the leg bent and reaching down to the ground for the exhales, for the more advanced version. Nice and controlled. On your next exhale, rotate out to your Warrior 2. Keep the back leg how it is, modified. Look over your left hand. Keep that knee glued over the ankle. Make sure it's not coming forward past the ankle. And I forgot a part, didn't I? Rotate back forward, arms open wide. Exhale to twist. Inhale, center. Exhale to twist. I was wondering why my shoulders didn't feel as tired. Good, then from your Warrior 2, you're going to come down into your extended side angle. Arm up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, reach it back. And your next inhale, come into triangle with the modified back foot. Same arms. Now you're going to rotate your back foot forward for Tadasana, inhaling, lengthening the spine, exhaling, folding over the leg. You can bend the front leg if you need to. You can also use blocks. We're going to step that front leg back as much as you need to come into revolved side angle. And step the back leg forward as much as you need to come into revolved triangle. Don't forget to breathe. Come back into your Tadasana. Now with that leg nice and tired, come into your warrior three. Okay. Try to hold it for 5 breaths if you can, if your leg's a little stronger than mine is. Thank your legs for how strong they are. Thank your heart for keeping you going through this. When you're done, come to your mountain pose, your Tadasana pose. Feel your body. Thank your body. Express gratitude for the entire body, from the top of the head to the tips of the fingers, down through the whole spine, out through the legs and the feet. Being grateful for your body, for this moment. Being grateful to the earth for supporting you and helping to keep you steady. And all the muscles involved in holding those postures. And then get some water. I should try it. I think I know Untitled, but it's not part of today's class. So, we're going to take wide-legged forward fold. Take a nice wide stance on your mat. Hands to the hips, deep breath in. Exhale, fold. Inhale halfway up. Engage your core. Put your hands on your hips for the exhale. Inhale. Come all the way up. If you like, you can just walk your feet together, or you can hop together. Releasing your feet. Hey Astro, how's it going? Todd said gratitude yoga. How about attitude yoga? Hey John. Hey guys on Periscope. Alright, so let's see. How long have we been practicing here? It's okay to be spontaneous. Yes, it is. Alright, so it's been almost an hour already, so we're going to do our recline supported poses. I think I can actually do these a little closer to you guys since we don't have to be up so high. So let's see. About there. That looks good. Now I'm going to show you how to build yourself a nice little yoga recliner with a bolster, that big brown pillow, and 2 pink blocks. You can use the blankets as well to either cover yourself up if you get cold or to support your head like a pillow. If you don't have these things, they are available on Amazon. So first you start off by building yourself the reclining part, or the base of the structure. So it's 1 block at its lowest level and 1 block at its tallest level. So it's going to look like an L, like a capital L laying on its back. Okay, so one more time. Lowest, tallest, just like this. Then you're going to take your bolster and you're going to lay it across. Let me turn this sideways so you can see it. This way. And you might actually put a little distance between the two. Maybe not. Let's see. Just find your little happy spot there. There we go. Give it a little twist. Make sure it's nice and solid, and then you can lay back on this. So you'll be reclined rather than laying all the way back. So I'm going to turn this so that you can see my legs sideways. All right. So I'm going to come into hero's pose. Make sure that my knees are coming towards each other and my hips are between my legs. So if this is uncomfortable for you, as it is for many people, you don't have to do it at all. You can also just be kneeling, or you can just sit in any position that you want. So I have my feet outside of my hips. I'm sitting between, and it's a nice quad stretch if you're able to manage it. And then I just lay back on my little recliner. If you want to go deeper, then you would take the recliner away and just go ahead and lay all the way back on your back. But I like to teach some of these supported, more restorative kind of variations so that you can hold the pose longer and really feel what it would feel like to be in the pose for a longer period of time. Find your Ujjayi breath, your ocean breath. Maybe visualizing the ocean waves crashing on the beach. Relax your face. Take one last breath like that. And then let your breath return to its natural rhythm. Noticing how you're feeling as we get closer to the end of the practice. Thank you, Joe. Thanks for sharing this out, Enrique. When you're done with this posture, you'll sit back upright. Maybe come to hands and knees so that you can cross your ankles and sit back down. If that doesn't work, you can swing your legs to the side and just come to a seated position. And we're going to work the bottoms of our feet together into Cobbler Pose. Especially the outsides of the feet. Some practitioners teach with the tops. Imagine like it's like a book and you're opening the tops of your feet, your soles of your feet towards the sky. If it's easier to have the toes touching, that's okay. And we're going to do the same thing with our recliner here. We're going to lay back. Make sure that the bolster is supporting your low back. And like I said, if you need to, if you feel like your head is like, because you might have a pretty round upper back, if you feel like your head is going back and you feel almost upside down, you can put a pillow or like a little blanket or something under your head to keep your head in alignment with your spine. We'll do the same thing here. Ujjayi breath, reclined bound angle pose, Baddha Konasana. Use your breath to take yourself to the beach once more. Let your breath return to its natural rhythm. Good, and when you're ready, you can sit up and we're going to prepare for our meditation. Hey Gina, hi. Hi Ed. I'll come to my little chair here. My chair has a big base on it though, so I can still sit cross-legged. You can sit however you like in meditation, although it is better to... Good, I'm glad you like it, Adrian. It's better to sit than it is to lay, because if you lay down, you're more likely to fall asleep, but it's okay if you fall asleep. You'll be okay either way. Hey, Throne. All right, you guys are just in time for the meditation. Hi. Hello. My head's chopped off a little bit here. Okay. There we go. Let's take a little water so we don't get distracted by being thirsty during the meditation. You might also want to bundle up, put socks on or sweater or blanket, so that you're not distracted by being cold. And for today's meditation, I encourage you to go through your entire body and thank every part of your body that you can. Oh, I forgot one thing, Nethra Vayayamam. Let's do that together really quick. Sitting up nice and tall, we're going to imagine there's a big clock on the peripheral of our vision. And we're gonna keep our heads steady and center, keep our shoulders down and back. Look up at the 12. And then slide your eyes all the way around the outside of the clock, imagining the 1, the 2, The 3 brings your eyes all the way to the right. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go at your own speed. 11, until ultimately you come to the 12 again. Bring your eyes back center, close the eyes. Open them, maybe blink a few times. And when you're ready, we're going to go the opposite direction. So we're going to look down at the 6, 5, 4, and continue on your own, exploring the outer edge of your eyes. You can blink anytime you need to. Thanking the eyes for your blessing of sight. And then bring the eyes back center and blink them out and close them, preparing for our meditation. Perhaps you'd like to start with the eyes, thanking each part of your body as you simultaneously allow it to relax, relaxing the whole body. Then you'll take 5 deep breaths. And then you'll just continue to thank each body part that you think of as you meditate, remembering that if your mind wanders, that's totally okay. Just come back to thanking your body anytime you realize the mind has wandered. Thank your body one last time. And begin to gently coax yourself out of your meditative state. I will greet this day with love in my heart, for this is the greatest secret to success in all ventures. Muscle can split a shield and even destroy life, but only the unseen power of love has the ability to open the hearts of people. And until I master this art, I will remain nothing more than a peddler in the marketplace. I will make love my greatest weapon, and none on whom I call can defend against its force. My reasoning they may counter, my speech they may distrust, my apparel they may disapprove, my face they may reject, and even my bargains may cause them suspicion. But my love will melt all hearts, likened to the sun, whose rays soften the coldest clay. I will greet this day with love in my heart. And how will I do this? Henceforth will I look on all things with love, and I will be born again. I will love the sun, for it warms my bones, yet I will love the rain, for it cleanses my spirit. I will love the light, for it shows me the way, yet I will love the darkness, for it shows me the stars. I will welcome happiness, for it enlarges my heart, yet I will endure sadness, for it opens my soul. I will acknowledge rewards, for they are my due, yet I will welcome obstacles, for they are my challenge. I will greet this day with love in my heart. And how will I speak? I will laud mine enemies, and they will become friends. I will encourage my friends, and they will become brothers and sisters. Always will I dig for reasons to applaud. Never will I scratch for excuses to gossip. When I'm tempted to criticize, I shall bite on my tongue, and when I'm moved to praise, I shall shout it from the roofs. Is it not so that birds, the wind, the sea, and all of nature speaks with the music of praise for their Creator? Cannot I too speak with this same music for His children? I will remember this secret, and I will be born again. It will change my life, I will greet this day with love in my heart. Hi, Sonam. Hi, Chris. And how will I act? I will love all manners of men, for each have qualities to be admired, even though they be hidden. With love, I will tear down the walls of suspicion and hatred they've built around their hearts, and in its place will I build bridges, so that my love may enter their soul. Thank you, Chris. I will love the ambitious, for they can inspire me. I will love the failures, for they can teach me. I will love the kings, for they are but human, and I will love the meek, for they are divine. I will love the rich, for they are yet lonely, yet I will love the poor, for they are so many. I will love the young for the faith they hold, and I will love the old for the wisdom they share. I will love the beautiful and their eyes of sadness. I will love the ugly and their souls of peace. I will greet this day with love in my heart. And how will I react to the actions of others? With love. For just as love is my weapon to open the hearts of people, love is also my shield to repulse the arrows of hatred and spears of anger. Adversity and discouragement will beat against my new shield like the softest of rains. My shield will protect me in the marketplace, and it will sustain me when I'm alone. It will uplift me in time of despair, yet it will calm me in time of exultation. It will become stronger and more protective with use, until one day I will cast it aside and walk unencumbered among all manners of people. And when I do, my name will be raised high on the pyramid of life. I will greet this day with love in my heart. And how will I confront each whom I meet? So love! In only one way. In silence and to myself, I will address them and I will say, I love you. Though spoken in silence, these words will shine in my eyes, echo in my voice, soften my brow, and bring a smile to my lips. And who will say nay to my goods when their love fills my heart? when their heart feels my love. I keep saying that backwards. I will greet this day with love in my heart, and most of all will I love myself. For when I do, I will zealously inspect all things which enter my body, my mind, my soul, and my heart. Never will I overindulge the requests of my flesh. Rather, I will cherish my body with cleanliness and moderation. Never will I allow my mind to be attracted to evil and despair. Rather, I will uplift it with the knowledge and wisdom of the ages. Never will I allow my soul to become complacent and satisfied. Rather, I will feed it with meditation and prayer. Never will I allow my heart to become small and bitter. Rather, I will share it, and it will grow and warm the earth. I will greet this day with love in my heart. Henceforth will I love all mankind. From this moment, all hate is let from my veins, for I have not time to hate, only time to love. From this moment, I take the first step required to become a person among people. With love, I will increase my sales 100-fold and become a great salesperson. If I have no other qualities, I can succeed with love alone. Without it, I will fail, though I possess all the knowledge and skills of the world. I will greet this day with love in my heart, and I will succeed. You could replace that word love with gratitude for today's practice. So that is we're starting a new mantra on Friday, and I didn't get to read this yesterday because I accidentally fell asleep last night. So I believe, so we have still today, tomorrow, really just today and tomorrow, so there's actually only 2 days left. So that was day 28 of our love mantra. We've been reading that every day together live for almost 30 days now, and we're going to start another 30 days on Friday, and that mantra will be, I will persist until I succeed. Sonam, thank you for the super hearts. Am I done meditating? Yes, Lion King, I am done. I already meditated. I don't know if you're asking if I'm done or if I don't, but I did meditate just a few minutes ago. So we did a 15-minute meditation where we thanked our body and ran through gratitude of our entire body, our entire being. And it was really beautiful. At least my experience was beautiful. Yeah, Adrienne, I'm glad you like it. The Greatest Salesman in the World by Og Mandino. That's where we're getting these sayings from. And I was thinking about you, Adrienne, while I was meditating, and I was thinking, you know what? Rather than just, like you said, rather than just being like, okay, this is the plan, this is what I'm going to do, these are the poses I'm going to do, I will do the ones that you like as well, which is pigeon pose, lizard pose, and happy baby pose. And then we'll be all set. And you guys, I'm not going to really necessarily teach these poses. I'm just going to do them. So if you guys want to be done with your yoga practice, you're welcome to do that. But why not get a little extra movement in our day? Why not? So we'll start with pigeon pose. Other side. Here, maybe I should go sideways, or at least a little bit of an angle. Dandavalasana. There we go. Now everybody happy. I love you guys. Thanks for being with me. Thanks for sharing this yoga practice with me. Chloe was the top contributor of this broadcast with Super Hearts on Periscope. You can support on the website if you like. Remember, all monthly supporters do get access to my private Periscope group. Billy, Sonam, Mike, Chris, Mark, and Bubba, thank you guys all for the Super Hearts as well. Bubba, I think I missed you. Sorry about that. And I will be back later today with more content. Let's see how many. Pretty much 3 more hours of content tonight. So I love you guys. I hope to see you later today. This has been a moment in time with Taylor. I hope to see you on the next juice.